All right, good Monday evening, everybody. It is September 11th, 2023, and always remember, um, it is. We're here at precisealgorithmtrading.com. This is our website, and I'm not going to go through it right now, but our daily reviews are found over here, and some write-ups are on the front page here and in the Algorithm Trading Systems tab. I'm going to jump in with our automated trading systems first. And this is the Dow futures contracts that we trade, and it's been a little bit of a pullback here lately. This is our equity curve, by the way, so this is what the equity has done from March until today, and this is the latest set of trades, which basically it's the results. Um, so this is all the trades today, and we had a net down day in the Dow, but you don't base it on one day. You base it on the whole equity curve, and you can see. And if you go back and look at the weekend review, you can actually see what this looks like over more than a year's worth of data. So this is the Russell, and it came up a little bit today. That little trade, one trade right there, and it's this. Oh, no, it didn't either. It didn't trade today. So scratch that. The last time it traded was on 9/8, and it's that one right there. So no change for the Russell today. And this is the NASDAQ, where we have pulled back a little bit, and then we've come back up a little bit. And that one had some decent trades today if you take all the 911s. So there was actually a really nice trade at 9100, but 3950 comes off. So two trades, whatever that is, net 5 grand. So, and again, this is on 5 contracts. So if you had one, it would be net 1000. So thereabouts. All right, flip over. That's our automated trading system. So we'll flip over to Thinkorswim and take a look at our manual trading systems. They're still algorithms. The system setup does a certain thing, and then you buy or sell, and that's pretty much it. So here's the S&P 500. It was up 29.97%, or I'm sorry, 29.97 points, or 0.67%. And we've done the pullback. We've pulled back up. This is potentially wave one up, wave two down, and we're looking to see if we can get a wave three up that would negate this latest pullback, and we will see. This is the 52-week high, that white line up there. So it's the question is, are we going to be able to overtake that or not? In the face of a weekly chart that looks like this with a bunch of down arrows, and so that's basically the Mo zones indicator is different ways of looking at momentum, and I actually added that yellow line to it over the weekend. So if anybody gets into these systems and they would like that indicator, get a hold of me and I'll post it and we'll put up a price. It's a pretty good indicator, and I also have some stats behind it. The Dow. So the Dow's actually more positive. The S&P looked like it's fallen down over here on the weekly chart. Now, granted, that weekly, that down arrow right there is just Monday, and today's Monday. So it's only the beginning of the week, so you can't count that yet. The Dow, like I say, we've done the same kind of thing. We need to get up and going and see if we can take out this most recent higher high, because we came down, had a lower low off of all these, and then we've got a high, and then we got a potentially higher low, and now we need to see if we can get a higher high coming in, because that's how you make a trend. Higher highs and higher lows, lower highs and lower lows for a downtrend. So the Russell, I'm going to pull up IWM because the Russell zeroes out every night for some reason, and the Russell's looking pretty weak in the scheme of things. But it's hanging on by the hourly chart over here on the right hand side. We will see which way she falls. The Russell's the same way. So the Russell and the IWM is a tradable exchange traded fund for the Russell 2000, and it's up by 0.24% today. It's down by 0.1% overnight right now. It doesn't really mean anything. Let's go ahead and look at the futures. So we got a lot of back and forth on the Mohs zones indicator, and we've actually entered a squeeze. That's a Bollinger Band squeeze. So literally anyway, any direction can happen from here. Let's have to wait and see. This looks like it was a double top back here on the weekly. The question is, can we put in a higher low here and go up from there, or do we have to retest down in this territory down in here? So, alright, and then the NASDAQ rallied pretty well. If that's any indication of how the markets are going to go, then we'll see, because typically the NASDAQ lately, in the last few years anyway, has been the one that rallies the most, and if it's taken off, that might bode well for the rest of the markets. We're going to get into the bullish percent indexes to really see if we can see any indication that's really just the buying versus selling, or bullishness versus bearishness in the markets. The transports, they look as weak as the Russell 2000. They're just hanging on by the hourly chart as well. Oil actually pulled back a little bit today, but looks like the ETF went up a little bit, so not really much to write home about here, except it's been taken off to the upside, and I wish I was in this move. And of course, if I was in this move, I'd probably be getting out here at these targets for at least a short-term profit. If you look here, these targets on the daily chart are getting hit, and these targets on the weekly chart got hit already. So once you hit all these targets, it's I'm going to say it's time for a pullback and to be able to take a breath, unless something crazy happens with the oil markets. And then this is a nice one down here, just to show how this can be applied to regular stocks. So I don't know, it's a lot of noise there with my lines, but Tesla stock went up by 10% today, and I would expect a little bit of a pullback, probably down to this 786 line right here, before we get more of an advance. But at this point, I'm looking, as long as it doesn't break this line that I drew here to the downside, then we could get a nice little uptrend that keeps going. Alright, that's enough for the regular markets, and then we'll go to the bullish percent indexes. Type in bullish, and we'll look at their point and figure charts. The bullish, the industrial Dow Jones Industrials didn't move today. The NYA down by 0.22%, or hardly anything. The transports didn't move. The NASDAQ down by 0.38%. The OEX, I'm sorry, the SPX didn't move today. A whole lot of not moving. The OEX went up by 1.96%, and the NDX, NASDAQ 100, advanced by 1.85%. So not a lot there, and we will continue to monitor that. If you don't understand what I'm looking at there, go back in some of the um, archive videos that we have online, and I try to explain it all. And if not, you can even go here to stockcharts.com and you can look up Chart School, or you can look up these articles. You can search and in this little search window over here and look up how this stuff, how they intend it to work, and then you can watch how if you follow me for a while, you can see how I use it. So, and that's what I've got for the evening. Take care, guys. Good trading, and have a great night.